Hello and welcome to the International Daily Roundup by People's Dispatch, where we bring you some of the major news developments from across the world. The leading presidential candidates of the Democratic Party in the United States took part in a debate organized by CNN yesterday. To discuss the debate and the state of the party's primaries in the US, we have with us Anish. Anish, thank you for joining us. So, yesterday was the debate which had, I think, six contenders, and these were the contenders after. It was a very large field, which is narrowed down over the past couple of months. And we have six contenders who are seen as the main, most promising candidates, so to speak, maybe one or two exceptions. And this is the last major debate before the primary process actually begins. So what happened in the debate yesterday and what does it imply?
Yesterday, the debate was a little underwhelming in the sense that it did not really speak anything about new policy issues that the candidates could bring up. What was more interesting yesterday, though, was how the candidates were trying to one-up each other in more than one way. So we have already had the whole thing, apparent truths between Warren and Sanders being undermined to the point that they are not going to be very friendly. I mean, like, that is how the reports are going to. And Warren making a statement on Sanders, which was already questioned, and he was asked to actually answer for an allegation, which
that women are not capable of. A woman can't win the presidency.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like yesterday when he was asked, Sanders definitely said that he's not somebody who would say something like that. There was no cross questioning, and I think nobody wanted to actually drag on that. But you can actually see the kind of atmosphere that we can look forward to in the presidential debates, and also the primaries that are going to happen in the next few months, in the manner that nobody is going to take anything for granted. Everybody is now at each other's throat to undermine for the presidency.
Right. So we have a diversity of candidates representing various ideological points of view.
Yeah.
And in the current, batch of candidates, Bernie Sanders is definitely in the most radical position, so to speak. And on the other hand, you have someone like Joe Biden, who's representative of the establishment and who's carried on both in terms of foreign policy and domestic policy, represents even, maybe something not as bad as Trump, maybe, but from the very same systemic understanding that has governed US politics. So especially in the first couple of states, what do the chances of most of these candidates look like?
So right now the three leads so far we can see are Biden, Sanders and Warren. So the chances of it is going to, I mean, like, at some level there are possibilities that it is going to be between just Biden and Sanders. Warren does have a good chance of coming second or maybe even first if she performs very well and could actually encroach upon Sanders' vote base. But what we are looking at is, as you said, diversity within the Democratic Party right now, where you have a plethora of voices from who are mostly socialist and anti-imperialist to people who are very pro-establishment liberals. And this clash is going to be more apparent than we saw in the 2016 primaries, where the fight was effectively just between Clinton and Sanders. And now what we are looking at is Sanders doubling down on a lot of his positions, especially when it came to Iran. He is unapologetic in his opposition to any kind of aggression against Iran and for going for diplomatic resolution for the situation. Warren is not somebody who's taking a proper stand. In that sense, Biden is better in the sense that he actually wants a more aggressive, even though he supports at some level.
He's clearer on he's unapologetically imperialistic.
Exactly. I was trying to sugarcoat it, but yeah, you said it better. He is unapologetic about it. He does have that history of supporting imperialist excursions into these countries, so it is not very different. It is not very surprising even. What we can look at, we have to wait till the Iowa caucus, which is on February 3rd, to understand how the winds are going to change, because all we have are opinion polls.
Right.
And opinion polls are not really something that they have been very wrong in the past. And they have I mean, like in the past, we saw Clinton and Sanders were supposed to be, the lead was supposed to be quite huge to even comprehend for Sanders, but it wasn't. We only saw 0.3% of difference when the actual caucus happened.
Right.
So it is going to keep happening, I believe, because on the ground there is a large number of activists who are working on both sides to create a veritable clash within the Democratic Party that has been swept under the rug for so long.
Right. Thank you so much, Anish. In our next story, we move to Palestine and the story of administrative detainee Ahmad Zahran, who has been on hunger strike. Ahmad Zahran has finally withdrawn his hunger strike after reaching an agreement with the Israeli authorities. According to this agreement, Zahran will not only withdraw his hunger strike, but also accept a policy of interrogation, after which there will be a final decision on the administrative detention. According to his lawyer Jawad Bulus, after the interrogation, Zahran will await the results. The latest detention order against him is scheduled to end on February 26th. Ahmad Zahran, a political activist fighting for the liberation of Palestine, was illegally arrested in February 2019 by occupying Israeli authorities. He has been on hunger strike since September 20th, 2019, demanding an end to the administrative detention. He had previously launched a hunger strike in July 2019, which lasted for 39 days. He ended that strike after the Israeli Prison Service's commitment that the administrative detention would not be renewed and he would be released. However, when the time came, the Israelis failed to live up to their commitment and Zahran launched a new hunger strike. That's all we have in this episode of the International Daily Roundup. To know more about these stories, visit our website peoplesdispatch.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching.